Dirt series has its roots in serious off-road racing, but over the years, the developers at Codemasters have flirted more and more with arena events and party modes. Spinning off from the core tenets of the franchise, Dirt Showdown turns these diversions into the main event, emphasizing style and destruction.
It's a monster bash. It's a graveyard smash.
The Showdown Tour is composed of 52 events spread across 4 tiers, mixing it up through 10 different types of competition that are defined by speed, tricks, or destruction. Rally is not a part of this equation, but there are standard races, as well as domination events that challenge you to set the fastest times in every sector of a track. Gymkhana competitions from Dirt 3 return with strings of blocks to smash and head-to-head races on fast trick courses. Meanwhile, variations on the new Demolition Derby competitions have you causing massive damage, knocking opponents out of an elevated ring, or fighting to survive an arena full of hostile cars. 8-ball races mix speed and destruction as tracks are designed with devious crossovers, practically guaranteeing spectacular collisions. Outside of the career, Dirt 3's Joyride areas return, letting you explore industrial complexes in Battersea and Yokohama, where you complete checklists of specific tricks and hunt for hidden tokens. Supporting up to 8 drivers, online multiplayer swaps out 3 solo-oriented modes like elimination races for more group-friendly games, and any mode can be played alone or in teams. Bouts of high-speed capture the flag return, prompting you to either rush a flag to a goal point or maintain possession for as long as possible. There are also scavenger hunt-style speed skirmishes, which have players rushing to a series of randomly positioned checkpoints. The game does have split-screen support, but only for 2 players, so you won't get quite the same sense of mayhem together on the couch.
Look at that team combo.
All this extra bashing and crashing doesn't play nice with car licensing, so the Fords and Imprezas are limited to modes where they'll take less damage. For the more hectic events, Codemasters have put together a great selection of vans, trucks, and muscle cars, often looking rusty and strapped together. You'll unlock the ability to purchase new cars as you progress through the career, and each has a range of sponsored liveries to match your style. Cash earned either in the tour or online can also be spent on upgrades, although these are simply stat-based and don't offer any sense of going under the hood. The environments are more arena-focused, with events in the LA Coliseum or the shadow of the Golden Gate Bridge. However, a number of tracks are repurposed from past games, creating a sense of déjà vu. While past Dirt games were about battling the road, Showdown is more about battling other drivers, and to accommodate this, the handling isn't nearly as demanding. The game also introduces a boost system that encourages roughhousing, since contact with your opponents refills your meter. Elimination rounds litter the track with your opponent's wrecked machines, presenting considerable speed bumps to avoid. While Dirt veterans may find career races to be a bit easy on the standard setting, other events can take a few attempts, and the challenge really ramps up in Tier 4 with more laps and faster cars. The handling still feels at its best when you're actually in the dirt, but the insane crossovers in 8-ball provide some thrilling moments, as entering any intersection can cost you the lead. Much to everyone's relief, the trick controls have also been greatly simplified, so Gymkhana events are no longer an excruciating chore. Getting into position to do a donut still requires a good sense of timing, but it's much easier to achieve. Likewise, tearing through blocks in Smash Hunter events no longer requires absolute perfection, and trick events are the only parts of the game that still let you rewind to try again. The main attraction for anyone wanting to relive the Destruction Derby days are Showdown's Rampage and Knockout events. More damage results in more points, and you quickly learn to keep an eye out for the weak targets to score a kill. Plus, players get double points during the last 30 seconds, which can quickly turn the tables if you find some easy victims. Unfortunately, scoring can feel a little inconsistent, as some hits and knockouts aren't always credited when it seems they should be. Of course, playing online with voice enabled is where all the carnage really pays off. It's far more satisfying to rear-end a friend in an awkward situation or to dominate every sector in a race, and the team games let you pile up on the same car for added damage. Meanwhile, Capture the Flag with cars is ridiculously fun with high-speed collisions and last-second steals that can send you spinning to the goal.
4 points. There's a new one. They made it to the finish.
In terms of visuals, Showdown isn't a noticeable step up from Dirt 3. Backgrounds are full and lively, but the industrial arenas lack that inherent natural beauty. The biggest improvement is seen in the damage models, as cars crumple and panels fly off, revealing the motors underneath. The trade-off is the cars no longer have detailed cockpit views, so drivers will have to make do with a hood cam. Tracks are littered with tires and debris scattering everywhere, but at times an object can get awkwardly stuck to the front of your car. On the audio front, the game still has strong engine and gravel effects, but crashes could use a bit more punch and depth. The announcer, like most announcers, keeps busy delivering absurd one-liners, some of which he doesn't sound too fond of.
Easy, guys. It's just a car, not a buffet. No women, no children. First blood.
Dirt Showdown is certainly a different type of racer, trading bumpy wheel-to-the-road driving mechanics for the dents, scrapes, and screams of vehicular mayhem. In some ways, it feels more like an expansion pack than an all-new game, but if you don't take this departure too seriously, it makes for some great summer parties online.